Hey guys, it's Brian with the Midnight Mechanic, and today we're going to show you how to replace the upper control arms in your 10th Gen Ford F150. This is our 2004. It's two-wheel drive, but I think four-wheel drive ones are the same. Now we're putting a lowering kit on this, so we need to break loose the ball joints anyway. And they look a little bit rough, they're really old, so we need to replace the ball joints. But it's actually cheaper to go ahead and replace that whole upper control arm than it is just to do the ball joint. And it's just as easy. It's actually a little bit easier. So we're just going to go ahead and replace those. Now, if you go to an auto parts store, they're pretty expensive. They're like $150, $160 each. But if you go on Amazon, you can buy the exact same arms for about 50 bucks, maybe 60 bucks, somewhere around there. So we ended up buying both upper control arms and both lower ball joints for the cost of one of them at an auto parts store. Now, I'm not telling you don't go to an auto parts store, but I'm just saying if you want to save money, you can get this stuff online and it will save you a bunch. But right now, we're going to show you how to put this upper control arm on. So here's how you do it. You have to break loose the ball joint from the spindle because obviously it's not going to come off without that. Then up here, there's two bolts that you need to take out. The problem is that the bolts go from the inside out. And because of that, if you take it loose, you can't get it out because it's hitting this, the whole assembly here with the strut. So what you have to do is you have to loosen this up and drop it down. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and break this ball joint loose. Then when I unbolt these, I can move it out of the way to get these other bolts. So if you're only replacing your upper control arms, then this stuff is not all going to be out of the way. Now I'm replacing the spindle, so that's why everything looks like this. But at the same time, just pop this one loose. Even if this stuff is on here, it won't really matter. That one right there is a 22 millimeter. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use this pickle fork. And I'm going to stick it in here, and then I'm going to hammer it in with a mini sledge, and it's going to bust it loose. Then when it breaks it loose, we can go ahead and pull it up out of the way. Sometimes you have to use different size pickle forks. It's hard to tell sometimes exactly which one you need. It's going to come off with a lot of force. Now with that broken loose, make sure you leave that on there so stuff doesn't go crazy. Push it down, remove that nut, then you can let that out of the way and you have access to this stuff. All right, so now that that is off, I need to remove up here these 15 millimeters. There's two here and there's one way in the back. Once I get those off, I can pull this whole strut forward so I can access these bolts on the inside on either side here. Try to wear some gloves. This will shred up your hands. Now with this out, you can go ahead, pull it down, and get it over out of the way. That's probably good like that. Shake it around a little bit, make sure it's not going to fall out. You're going to get your hand back here, so you got to be careful it doesn't like grab your hand and smash it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and remove these bolts. All right, so now what I'm doing is I'm going to use a 7/8 on the inside here and a 13/16 on this side. There's a little trick you can do if you got a stubborn nut. Bolt, it won't come out. All right, now you're going to reuse these, so keep them where you can access them. Be careful here. You do not want this to grab your hand. And set these out of the way. Now, careful right here. You do not want to mess up that wire, so just be real careful with it. Careful if you're doing this also, because if that slips off, it will bust your knuckles and it will hurt really bad. Again, keep that out of the way. Now with your bolts out, it should just slide right on out. So now we're going to install the new control arm. What you do with this is go ahead and get your bolt ready. Just start with one side. Now what you're going to want to do, go ahead and get the one bolt kind of up in here. Watch your hands on this again. But you don't want to go all the way through. Slide these in and line up your first one. With the first one in, now you can move over to the second one. Now reinstall your nuts. Before you install your spindle, go ahead and put your strut back in place. So get it in there, line it up with the original holes, push it in. Go ahead and put one nut on first while you hold it, because that will allow it to stay in place while you install the other ones. Now we can go ahead and reinstall the spindle. So now when you install the top, remove that nut and remove this piece of plastic. This is just a thing that protects that stud there. So get it lined up, push it all the way down until the threads come through the bottom. And when the threads come through the bottom, hold it and put your castle nut on. Now you can go ahead and tighten it up and put your cotter pin in. So you're going to want to tighten this up now. I'm going to use this impact. Now there's a hole. You can see it right there. Now what you need to do is make sure that hole is lined up with one of the notches of that castle. Just like that. Now I can install the cotter pin. So install your cotter pin. So you're going to want it all the way in. And see those little ears right there. I normally like to put it in kind of sideways. Sometimes it's hard. And then grab these and bend them. I like to pull one direction and one the other direction to just get them spread out and prevent anything else from happening. There you go. After everything's installed, go ahead and put your grease fitting in there. Tighten it down so it's tight, but not overly tight. Use something besides this. I'm just too lazy to get on my toolbox. So hopefully now you know how to install your lower control arms. On the other side, it's the same. It's just on one side, there's kind of a little notch. You kind of got to be a little careful because you have to slide it in and hold the nut in there when you install it, because the nut you can't just get it straight on because there's like an extra gap. You'll see it when you get to it. You could figure it out. It's pretty easy to do. If you're going through the effort of doing this, you're smart enough to be able to figure that part out. So I forgot to record it. I'm not going to show you. You're smart enough to figure it out. Is there anything else you'd like to learn about? Post down below in the comments. Don't forget to check our social media. Links are in the description. Get your MidMech merch at themidnightmech.com and support cancer research. If you watch the end of this video, there'll be a link to show you how you can help. See you guys next time.